This is the Just Go Show, where I talk about fitness, nutrition, habit change, and mindset. Let's get started. This is episode number 11 of the Just Go Show, talking about habit change. Today, habit change. Changing those bad habits, working on changing to good habits. So, first thing to think about with this whole habit change thing, this is not an overnight thing. This is not a quick fix. Changing your habits is not going to be, this is going to take a week and boom, I have this habit cemented for a lifetime. I wish it was that easy. I have to work on habits. You have to work on habits. We all have things we want to work on. All of our habits we want to work on to develop things that will be more sustainable. Habits that will last a lifetime. That's the goal. But realistically, you're just trying to get better and better habits that for the most part are good. And if you can get habits so you don't have to think about it, that's the whole idea of habits. Things you don't really have to think about as much. They're habits. So those are where we're starting with. Little thing I want to tell you about. Leo Babauta, the author of Zen Habits, that's his blog he writes in. He has a couple books out, really, really good material, great stuff. He mentioned that 80%, that's the success rate when you start with changing one habit at a time, 80%. When you try to go 2 habits at a time, drops down to 20%. 20%. So one habit at a time is what you should work on. So how do you do this? What does it even work? How do you even do this? What happens with this? Precision Nutrition. This is a nutrition coaching company. One of the best ones out there on the internet. If you look through them, they are superb. Superb. What they do is they change habits. They look at, again, one at a time. All different things from nutrition to hydration, exercise, all these things, trying to establish better habits. What they do is they take one habit at a time, just for a couple of weeks. So it could be 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks at most. They're looking at one thing. You will focus on one main thing, one habit. How many habits? Yes, one, just one. That's how you're gonna have success. Now, what they do is they choose this one habit first. They do this for a short amount of time, but how they choose this habit is based on what is the thing that what's the most important thing at the moment. So, what's your biggest weakness? What thing can we change now that will have the biggest result? And it could be small. So, you're trying to get to, for instance, vegetables. You want to eat, 4 to 5 servings of vegetables, but what if you're at 1 serving a day? What if you're eating 1 serving of vegetables a day? Your first goal for them, for instance, it may just be, let's get to 3 servings. Are you very comfortable that you can get to 3 servings of vegetables every single day? If you're comfortable with that, they will start you with that. If you're not, then let's go to 2. This slow, it seems very, very slow because it is, but this slow progression of time, this is how you establish actual habits that last. I mean, you could try to do 5 things at once, but when you go up and down, riding this roller coaster up and down, and you don't get the results you want, you're going to come back to this anyways. So just do this from the beginning and you're going to be okay. So looking at one habit at a time, breaking it down to something very, 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 very easy. So it can be something very simple, very easy, but that will help you move on. That will help you move forward and to establish these habits for a lifetime. It doesn't have to be super complicated with habit change. At the basis of habit change, it's a matter of starting slow, working on one thing, simply one thing, and then going from there. So think about this today. What do you need to work on? What is that one little thing that you know will make a difference for you? For me, sometimes it's breakfast. Sometimes it's, evening, for instance. Am I eating well in the evening? Because that tends to be a problem point for me and a lot of other people as well. How can you eat healthy there? Working on those little things, getting more vegetables, yes, maybe exercising more, whatever, even if non-fitness nutrition related, even if it's something in your business or something else, what is that one thing you can do, that one little habit you can start that will escalate and lead to everything else? You have a lot more success based on that one habit. That's what you're going to think of. With Habit Change 101, so the beginning of habit change is choosing one habit only, breaking it down into something extremely small, simple, so it's not overwhelming, like trying to change your whole life in one day. We're going to change your whole entire life in one day. How would you feel about that? Like, oh, wow, that's going to be a lot of work. So let's choose one thing again. Make it small, make it easy, you'll have success. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Yes, down there, subscribe. Until next time, I'll see you later.